Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm just going to show you how I did that that double inlay. I'm just going to tape a guide onto this for now, and I normally use the glue to glue them on, but just for this sake of this video, I'm just going to tape this guide on there for now just to do it. I was going to do it without the guide, but I think it's more realistic and show you the process that I do real quick during this. Now, I like to keep all my my guides. I don't like to use that thin tape because it's really, for the amount you get. Now I like to measure from the edge where you're gonna stop, where the guide goes up like that. So from there to there is like I don't know. What is that? 10 millimeters. So I'm gonna start down here, and then whatever I start in front of this guide, from the front part over, I'll do on every guide, because some of the guide feet on the bigger ones are longer, but I like to keep the exact same distance. And this is just something that I do that makes things easier for me on getting started in the exact same spot. What I'll do is I'll just put a piece of tape and I'll wrap it. Wrap it around a couple of turns just to, you'll see why here in a second, just to give myself a nice straight starting point. Now I'm going to do that exact same double inlay that we did. I'm just going to rip off a few pieces of tape, put them here. This guide is not staying on this rod. I'm just doing this for, I already had the green and blue thread on here, so I'm just doing this for the sake of this video. Let's get this strung back up. I really like this rod wrapping system, and I like how I was really pleased with the track I bought. I bought all this from Mudhole. I am very pleased with the investment. Just gonna get this set up here real quick. All right, cool. That's ready to go. So I'm just gonna take some of this green thread. Where did I do with my scissors? Oh, here they are. Okay, cut some of this green, and now I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna put a piece of tape here, and then wrap this around. And that's what that tape is for, my keeping a straight line and keeping my starting point. So I just crossed over. So now that's one complete turn. 2 complete turns, and I'm on my 3rd turn, and that's my 3rd turn. And for this video I am doing I'm only doing for this is to do exactly like the one that I showed in my video. And in that one, I had 3 of my inlay wraps. Tighten those up. Not sure how good you can see it with this this camera, man. These GoPros do not like to go in fast or zoom in good, so I'm not sure exactly how good you can see this, but Now I'm going to bring in my main color because I'm going to do a double inlay on this one. I came in, this will be my first, and on this one, on that last video I had 5 wraps on this one. So what I'll do is, that's over, see it's overlapping it the wrong way. Let me get something a little more pointy than that. Burnishing tool there. Okay, so this will be our second wrap. This is our third wrap. Get out of my way. Third wrap. This is number 4. And this is number 5. I should have taped that further out of the way. Okay, that's number 5. So what I'll do here now is, man, I got this thing all messed up. What I'll do now is I'm going to hold this for a minute and I'm going to release these ones. I know it's a little weird. I hope you can see everything. Let me look up here in this camera. I'm going to move this down to where it's better centered. Okay, so I'll pull this tape off. And now right there is where my 5th one starts. So I don't like these threads going at that angle. I like to keep them straight. So I'm going to pull those down to where they're straight. And with this thing, it's got tension on it so I can let go. So what I'll do here is trim these ones. So that's my 5 wraps there. Okay, so we got that cut off, and now we're gonna start, we'll bring this up here. Now we're gonna start with our second inlay. I'll move this out of the way. Turn 1. I'm on my second one. Here will be the third one. Now, as you can see, my blue line's wrapping up. So I'm going to go over, that's my third one. I'm going to go over a little more because I'm going to have to back this up now. So I'm going to unwind this backwards to release that blue one. Here's my third line. I'm just going to wrap this around like this, get a little piece of tape to hold that. Now I'm going to tighten all this stuff up. It's only at 2 right here, I can see it, so I want to bring that back over here. Okay, you see where, you can't see it, but right there, I know you're not going to be able to see it, this camera. So that's about where I want that to lay. So, I'll start tightening everything. Tighten everything up. And we'll wrap this thing up. Overlapping, so getting over these guide feet are just tricky sometimes. Just getting them to start. First couple, what I do is I get those, manipulate the first few over, get a few wraps in, and then I'll tighten up any gaps. Okay, I should have cut this earlier, but it don't really matter. It's on there good. Once you got, I normally cut these after 5 wraps, but in this case I didn't because I just forgot. But cut that, and then I'm gonna look for, I'll just make a new one. So I want to keep these threads nice and tight as you go. It saves you trouble later on. Now I got that onto the foot of this guide. I'm just going to take this piece of tape off. I normally don't use tape. I just did for the sake of this video, just to keep things moving along. Keep everything tight as you go. It's less work you gotta do later on. Okay, so I thought I had a pull through. Oh, okay, I'll use the rest of this green right here. I'm just gonna make a pull through real quick, and I just use scrap thread that I have. Tie a knot at one end. It's really helpful because you can get your fingers in there and use leverage on it. And just put a knot at one end. And you have to pick where you want your thread. If this was a casting rod, you're gonna see the guides are on top. If this is a spinning rod, the guides will be on the bottom. But let's presume this is a casting rod. Excuse me. So I would do my pull through in the back here. I'll just put a piece of tape over here to hold it out of the way. And then we just wrap right over the top of that. I'm gonna back off one thread. Okay, so there we're at our point where we're gonna cut this. I'll hold my finger here to keep the tension on it, relieve the tension on my my jig here, cut that, slip it through, hold the tension here now, and then I can pull on this, and that will eventually hold on to that. Okay, and then I'll just cut that close, and then I'll put my finger inside this knot. That's what that knot was for. Give it a little pull. We'll release our tape now. Maybe. I use painter's tape because it's not as sticky as the other tape, but apparently this painter's tape don't want to let go either. And I just use that to keep a nice guide. And then you would just use your tool here and just tighten everything up. Quick, simple, double inlay. Got 3 wraps, 5 wraps, 3 wraps, then the rest with the color. I hope you can see this good enough. This camera does not focus all that great. Let me see if I can't get it up a little bit. Well, that's the best I can do to show you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.